I now invite Sue Wolford, Volunteer Coordinator for the Columbus Metropolitan Library, to speak about her experience in hiring Amethyst clients as volunteers at the library.
And to follow Amethyst and the women's fun, can't beat that. The first thing you'll notice when you talk to an Amethyst participant is attitude. They're happy, positive, willing to do whatever you ask of them. Every person I've interviewed from Amethyst has demonstrated this. So far, Columbus Metropolitan Library has had 3 volunteers from Amethyst, and I'm going to tell you the story of our first volunteer, Michelle. She dropped by the library one summer afternoon to see if it was possible to volunteer with us. She knew the library as a refuge when she was growing up. Michelle loved the library and knew that that was where she wanted to give back. After talking to her for about 10 minutes in the lobby, I wanted to find a place for her. We ran her background check, and I found it wasn't pristine. I debated whether or not to take her on. But as I considered her, I remembered how grateful Michelle was. She was grateful to get on the other side of this disease, grateful that someone would consider her for unpaid employment, and she seemed grateful to be happy and alive. Did I want this person volunteering with us? Yes, I did. Every time I went down to her work area, she stopped me to tell me how happy she was volunteering, and she thanked me. Her supervisor loved her, and she loved that Michelle's attitude was catching. When she would come into work, suddenly everyone's attitude was a little more positive, a little more happy, and she was doing great at her job. For 4 months, Michelle decided she wanted to stay with us. So she applied for that first job. Someone with more work experience got it, so she talked to her supervisor to find out what she had to do to make that leap. Her supervisor coached her, encouraged her to build her skills, and keep trying. She was as determined as Michelle to get her into the system. So the next job came along, and it went to someone else. And the third try was finally the charm that did it. The hiring supervisor saw in Michelle what I saw. Here was someone determined to do a great job for us. 6 months after she started volunteering with us, she was an employee. Once she started working with us at a different location, she kept in touch. Every time we had a special event where Michelle could do something extra, she volunteered again. If you ever attended the library's Celebration of Learning, our big fundraiser, chances are Michelle checked your coat. If you brought a child to our summer reading club kickoff, you saw Michelle lead her son, dressed as Winnie the Pooh, to greet children at Main Library. This past February, Michelle left to go home to Cleveland to take care of an ailing mother. Before she left, she told me, she said, "Don't worry, I'll be back." She came back to us again this summer for the kickoff for Summer Reading Club, and she'll be with us when we start knocking on doors to support Issue 4. Michelle knows how important this is to the library, and she'll be in Columbus on weekends to help us out. Will I take a chance on another Amethyst volunteer? You bet I will. And if we have the right work and the right skill set in a person, I'll be happy to make that match. I don't look at this as a chance on taking a chance on someone. From my experience working with Amethyst, it's a sure bet. Thank you.